Good morning, everybody. So today's walk, I'm going to do MRT train station to station walk again. So this time around, I'm going to start from YISHUN MRT and try to walk to TOA PAYOH MRT. Why do I say try? Because from Google Maps, right? I'm not confident that from KHATIB MRT I'm able to walk to Yio Chu Kang MRT, because on the route, when I look at the map, I have to pass through Lentor Avenue, and I think there might be a portion at Lentor Avenue where there's no pedestrian path at all, which means I will not be able to walk from. I'll be stuck like halfway, from after I walk past KHATIB MRT station to try to get to Yio Chu Kang station, right? I can't. So I will see how it goes. So now I'm walking through YISHUN MRT now, and then we will from here walk to KHATIB MRT, which is easy. So let's get out of YISHUN MRT. I'm gonna walk out from the side entrance first. Also, if I'm not wrong, okay, this assuming I'm able to. Okay, so based on SMRT information is that from KHATIB to Yio Chu Kang MRT, when on the train, right, it's actually one of the longest ride, if I'm not wrong. Okay, let me Google. Maybe not. Okay, the longest single MRT journey is actually on the east-west line from Pasir Ris to Tuas Leh. Wait, no, this is 35 stations. No, yes, when I'm talking about station to station, longest gap between two stations, yes, also I was correct. Longest gap between two consecutive stations, the record goes to the north-south line, which is KHATIB Yio Chu Kang. So this whole stretch for 4.9 kilometers. So you can imagine me walking 4.9 kilometers, assuming I am able to cut past Lentor Avenue, from KHATIB to Yio Chu Kang MRT. So let's see how it goes. Anyway, I have exited from YISHUN MRT, which you can see over there. So that is North Point is right on the other side. Then of course that's your public housing estate. So we're gonna walk along these tracks. What is nice about this north-south line is that the tracks will be above ground all the way until it reaches BISHAN before it goes underground again. So which makes this tracks easier to walk. But then of course, like I said, when it comes to the KHATIB Yio Chu Kang line, right, I'm not confident because you'll be cutting through a lot of like forested area, that whole forested area. See, there's a train coming in. So we'll see how it goes. If I can't cut from KHATIB Yio Chu Kang, then either I have to make like some super big detour, bad shit face will be take a bus, take a grab to get to Yio Chu Kang station again so that I can continue walking. That will be like super ratchet, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm walking on the so-called park connector part, where bicycles will also be traveling on this track, but pedestrians are allowed, but of course we should be watchful ourselves, right? In my earlier videos, I actually did actually I think that was my very first MRT station to MRT station walk that I attempted, and I had marked YISHUN MRT as my endpoint actually. So that one was, I think I started from let me see guys. That one I started from Woodlands MRT. Then I had to walk past Admiralty MRT, Sembawang MRT, Canberra MRT before I reached YISHUN MRT. So that was my very first MRT station to MRT station walk that I attempted before. So you can search for it in my video list, then go watch it as well. That walk itself was quite straightforward, mostly because it was just easy. The train tracks were right above. I just need to follow the train tracks, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, okay. As much as I can, I'm going to try to walk along this shared path between pedestrian and cyclists, because it's actually a nicer path to walk. So yeah. You can see above me the train tracks. Intermittently you will hear trains passing by. Okay. So upcoming station is the easy one, KATIB MRT Station. So that one, yeah, we'll reach there soon enough, probably in 10 minutes. If you just joined us watching this video, subscribe to my channel if you can. It would help me a lot. Yeah, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. I mean, it sort of like wrecks your YouTube algorithm, but then again, if you're already watching this video, you are the type that enjoy walking videos like this, so never know. So everybody have their opinions about YISHUN. I actually love YISHUN HDB estate. Partly because I had stayed here for actually not very long. I stayed here for only a year and a half. Yeah. But it's really a nice estate. It's quiet. It can be jam-packed with people, especially near the YISHUN MRT area, North Point, but still, I do like the entire vibe. It's a very self-contained. It's a huge self-contained estate. It's a bit like the other favorite estate, TOA PAYOH. It'll be on a smaller scale, easier to walk. But yeah, it's self-contained. So you can see the train track from there. Okay, going to take a look at my Google map to see. I am halfway. I'm literally in between YISHUN MRT and KATIB MRT now. like I said earlier, KATIB to Yio Chu Kang is going to be the most challenging one because I really have no idea. Train coming in. Am I even able to walk through it? Because when I look at the Google map, a good part of it is forested. There might not be like a park connector, pedestrian walkway that I can cut through. So let's see how it goes. Oh, these are new. As you can see, those are new BTOs, new public housing flats, ready for people to move in. And right in front are the older public housing flats. So it's here. So along this road we are walking is Yishun Avenue 2, and of course if you turn right there will be Yishun Avenue 3. Okay, let's go, green light. See on my right, there's block 777 of Yishun. This is Yishun Avenue 3, Avenue 2. I have no idea, but yeah, there's block 777. Those are definitely your older Yishun flats. Let me guess, probably built in the 90s, late 90s. I'm guessing. It's still quite convenient to even stay around this, because you are probably like, I mean, if you were to cycle, bicycle, it just probably take you like, what, 5 minutes just to get to Yishun MRT. If you take a shuttle bus, it'll probably take you 2-3 stops max. So yeah. So even though Yishun has a lot of weird phenomenon things that happen, I still think I love Yishun, man. So yes, check it out. someone decked his car to look like the Jurassic Park car. Let me try to zoom in a bit. And of course, just a few days ago, the main star of the Jurassic Park film franchise, Sam Neill, New Zealand actor Sam Neill, had passed on at age 78. In the original cast, of course, you had Laura Dern, you had Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum is famous for The Fly. They're still around. Over here, you have this nice buffer of very nice buffer of trees. Not really for train tracks, but I think for the road here, it sort of reduces the noise, especially the noise. Maybe dust, not as much, but it will help for the HDB flats over there. So it's actually nice to see this sort of like urban planning between, in this case, I'm guessing various statutory boards, right? SLA, LTA, HDB, to help make sure that there's a nice buffer. Because there are some places and some public housing estates in Singapore, right, where because of the land area is so squeezed, like from the HDB block there, literally sometimes the road is just close to right beside it. You know, I mean, if you look at my video walks I've done in some places in Singapore, the roads are almost just next to it. But over here, because of the availability of the land, you have this park connector that I'm walking on. There's actually a pedestrian path there, which is right beside the road where the bus stops are. And even that side, you also have a line of trees lining the road. So that's a nice thing. Okay, KATIB station is inside, guys. I can see KATIB MRT Station. Okay, after KATIB, this is the part that scares me, because I mentioned in the video, I have no idea am I able to cut through the whole Lentor Avenue just to get to Yio Chu Kang MRT. Parts of it can be walked, the Lentor Avenue. I mean, that's what I had seen on some very basic research online. Parts of it. But those holes that I saw online, some were like 3 years ago. So who knows what road changes might have taken place. We have also reached the so along this street I'm walking is YISHUN Avenue 2. I have also reached to the junction, which is Yishun Ring Road. Let's see, this is YISHUN Avenue 2. Okay, let's cross. So this way is Yishun Avenue 2. And from here we will be walking. Okay, the bus station is crowded. Should I walk past all those people? No. Okay, I'm just gonna walk through the back from here, which also has a lot of people. So I'm gonna wait for everybody to like scatter off before I cut through the train station again. So I'm now right at the back of KHATIB MRT Station. You can see the train leaving the station heading towards YISHUN MRT. So this is KHATIB Station, and I'm walking to the back area of it. Sometimes I don't try to walk within a huge crowd of people, especially in the morning when people are just like concentrated, focused on rushing to work, right? And the last thing they want is to have like someone point a camera in their faces, which is what I'm doing now as I walk the street. So in this case, yeah, I'm trying to avoid that lah. We're actually coming up to KATIB MRT exit C. You can see from here. So we'll walk past here and then next stop. Okay, this is KATIB MRT exit C. Next stop, Yio Chu Kang MRT, which I said earlier, I have no idea. Are we able to walk all the way to Yio Chu Kang MRT? So this is the HDB estate. For my international viewers, like what is HDB estate? It's basically public housing in Singapore, which is heavily subsidized by the government. You got to fit certain criteria before you can purchase one from the government. It's on a 99-year lease, so you don't own it forever. That's how the economics of owning a public housing is in Singapore, due to land scarcity. Of course, if you have the means, you can always go one level up, buy a freehold, own it for generations to come, because there are places like this in Singapore, which if you were to go look at one of my videos where I did Serangoon Gardens. Serangoon Gardens is a classic case of where the whole enclave itself, where I walk, there's no public housing. It's just all landed estates. Hey, train moving out. So this train now is heading out from KATIB MRT Station to Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. For some trivia for people who love MRT trains, from KATIB MRT to Yio Chu Kang MRT, it is the longest gap in between for MRT station. It's from Google, it's at 4.9 kilometers. So yeah. So I'm back on the hot connector. Pretty sure I'm still on Yishun Avenue 2 before I head out into Lentor Avenue. So I know part of that portion, Lentor Avenue, I can walk. That's what I saw on Google Maps. And then after that, I'm not too sure. We'll see. So the weather is humid, hot for early morning. Now it's okay. It's not very early. Now it's around close to 10 a.m. Again, you can hear a train just passing us by. On my left, you have a lot of public housing. That lower rise ones that you see, those are basically HDB mansionettes. They come in 2 stories. Average square feet, I think, is around 1,700 square feet for each unit. Oh, chicken rooster crossing the pedestrian path. There's a whole family here. There you go. And foraging. Okay, shall not disturb them. So this building is home team NS. I'm guessing it's a, I don't know, recreation club for home team. To be a member, join it. Anyway, still walking on the tracks. Oh guys, check out. There's a boo-boo. Alright. There's a boo-boo, right? Yeah, I think so. It's actually quite unique architecture here, this home team. Oh, I think it houses that this huge, massive playground here. You can see here. You have a self-rock climbing wall. You have like huge, massive slides. Actually, yeah, I should check out whether, you know, maybe because I've been thinking of getting, I think it's the DJI Action Pro camera, right? Like for me to do things like this, you know, imagine I go to explore this whole adventure thingy challenge where I go through the slides, you know, and shit my pants while I hang up there trying to overcome the challenge. I can't be holding on to my DJI Osmo, so I'm guessing I think it's the DJI Action Pro, right? So anyway, from here you can see how the train tracks leads. You know, I think I'm heading to that Lantoy area already, so we will know soon enough. Am I able to cut through? Okay. Nice. This small road here is I see the signage. It says YISHUN Walk. So this is like forested area already as we go further. Train going to KANG. I feel like this is almost the outskirts of like YISHUN, the whole YISHUN estate. Hey, let's cut through the park connector. Hang on, guys. So I can't see what's behind this barrier. I don't think my camera is able to capture what's behind this barrier as well. But continue. I'm still very much on this very pleasant park connector walk. It's park connector walk, right? I think so. So it's actually great, you know, when this is available. You see how the train track snakes all the way down Lentor, right? I feel like walking to jungle. It felt the same way when, oh, check it out, huge major land construction. Wow, some major construction here. A lot more public housing will be built here, I hope. Anyway, there's a pond-like structure here. Didn't know that. Man-made? I'm guessing this is man-made. Where okay, continue. Check out, there's a train coming in on the track. Okay, I think this will be one last look at YISHUN. I think that's the indoor stadium or something like that. The YISHUN indoor stadium. I can see like there's some like, well, I mean it's all blocked up now, no entry, but you can see that there's a pathway there that probably people walk through, which is not legal. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try to maintain on this park connector, because if I can do this and really walk all the way down to KANG MRT, right, and which means you can do so as well, you know, when you watch this video and just follow exactly. You of course could make your own pit stops to discover more places in YISHUN. So check out the tracks there. So nice, right? Okay, from this point on, I'm gonna keep on looking at my Google Maps to make sure that I'm sticking on Lentor Avenue Road, because that's my best chance of, as long as it's not expressway, I think got chance. But I know there's an expressway somewhere after that, so I'm just like, ugh. I was right, this is the park connector. So come back to the signage, right? So this is actually the KATIB Bangsu park connector. There you go. KHATIB Bongsu, sorry, not Bangsu. Bongsu, KHATIB Bongsu Park Connector. Yeah. Okay, I am more trains. I'm slightly in a bit more luck because up front I see more park connector signage. Well, just like one more, but I don't know how far it leads. So opposite you can see the signage that says Lentor Avenue. And I don't know, man, because you see the train tracks, right? It literally like just straight angle left, but Lentor Avenue trade tunnel truck. I have not seen a trade tunnel truck for a longest time, guys. With people with camo faces. Must be reserviced because they look like them old. Yes, there's this thing called reservice. You know, where after you finish your mandatory, now it's just 2 years national service obligation. Then there'll be another is it 13 or 15 year cycle for reservists, and it's based on what your previous vocation is, and then you'll be I think these days they would want to post you back to your same old unit where you had done your national service based on your vocation, so that there's some continuity there, and of course you'll see some familiar faces that you have done national service with, so which is a fun thing. You get paid by the government based on the salary that you are drawing. Okay, I'm not very familiar with this part. I'm not sure is that you get your full base pay or is there a percentage or something like that. But I'm guessing it should be a full base pay. I mean, the government do want you to do your reservice and then make sure that you're still able to feed your family, right? So yeah. Anyway, this is the end of YISHUN Avenue 2, and then there starts Lentor Avenue. I have a feeling, right, that I should, once I cross over here, I should cross over to the other side also. Let's go. Yes, traffic light took a while, man. Train. Oh, guess what? I can't cross here. Oh, I was daydreaming. There's no way I can cross here. I need to cross. Oh. Fuck my life. Okay, I need to cross back, guys. I need to cross back. To cross over, haha, there's only one way to cross, so it's gonna be a long dip shit. I need to cross back. Then cross over, then cross over. What the heck? Because I'm pretty sure I can't walk here. I'm very, very sure I can't walk there. So slight mistake. I need to cross over. Then after that, cross to the right hand side, and from right hand side cross over again so I can get to the other side. Because here I thought, assume here there'll be a traffic light, but no, there's no. Train. Let's cross. Okay, it's gonna be one long ass detour because I need to cross over to the other side, and after that cross over to the other side again. And at least I'm getting footage of trains going in and out. Cross. Okay, let's go. Okay, this time around is slightly smoother. Let's see how long will this smooth journey last. I hit my first hiccup because at first I thought I could cross over from that side to here, but there's no traffic light. And we are now at this huge body of water. It's a reservoir, is it? Gotta be a reservoir. This is a Seletar reservoir. Let me show you the signage. It's covered with plants, but do not doubt me, this is Seletar reservoir. As you can see from there. I'm curious, am I able to do the scenic route? Shit man, doing this scenic route is gonna make me off course. Anyway, this is Seletar reservoir. I will cut back into the road from there. I see the train moving there. Oh my gosh, in that far distance. Ay, scheiße. Ooh, it's nice over here. Super nice. Okay, so right in front of me is still the MRT tracks. See, two young people fishing there. He's fishing a lot. Yep. Please let there be continuous hub connector walk like this train all the way until Yio Chu Kang MRT Station, please. Please. Well, it's at this moment it's a very, very nice walk, which which for some reason feels like a bad omen to me. It's like, you know, the good things come too fast. It's not a good thing. It's as Chinese as I can be, I guess. Anyway, train tracks. Let's continue. For those who just started watching from here, me and my nonsense, I started. So today's walk is train station walk again, but I'm doing YISHUN to Toa Payoh only because I want to have a good lunch at Toa Payoh later. But as I was saying in the video, I'm actually not too sure am I able to walk from KATIB MRT Station, to YISHUN MRT Station, because there seems to be a huge thick forested area in between. Because this road, right, that you see here, right, that's Lentor Avenue Road, and of course there's the train tracks along it. But when I did my research on Google online, some of the posts were of course 3 to 4 years old and say that certain parts were still not open up. Train coming in. But those were posts from that's on the internet for like 2 years ago. So maybe by now most of it has become like this along the train tracks, where it's just this nice park connector walk. Please let it be. You can see up front here, it says PCN, and of course PCN stands for park connector. So Singapore is trying to connect up as much of so-called this green belt that we have on the island. Like there's this KANG park connector walk, which you might have seen in some of my videos. Then I think there's also like the railway tracks. Oh, there's chickens here as well. They're quite far away, so I'm not sure you're able to see it. But yeah, there's a family of chickens here too. So on my left is very nice Seletar Reservoir. Okay, we are halfway through Seletar Reservoir. Now it's a very sunny part of the park connector with the train tracks literally just right above me. From KATIB MRT Station to YISHUN Station, based on the distance, if we measure on train tracks, it says on Google that it's 4.9 kilometers. So yeah, so I'm walking close to 5 kilometers if I'm able to, from KATIB MRT to YISHUN MRT. Yeah, so you'll be at least a 5k more. I can hear the train, nice. think I'm also allowed to. Okay, guys. Check this out. So, fishing is allowed, I think, around this area, because I see they set up some of the bins that's meant for you to put your fishing hooks after you've used them. Super nice, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's continue. Fingers crossed. Park connector goes all the way to YISHUN MRT. Oh, yes, it is. This is the Lower Seletar Reservoir fishing ground. So yeah, and I scared off a bunch of birds. I personally like cycling a lot. I was thinking if in future I have the budget, I could probably explore getting a Osmo Action. Now is okay. I'm actually inside the DJI Osmo app now, looking at the there's a Osmo Action 6. It's the standard combo. It's a USD 400 plus. Because in my mind was that if I could, am I able to walk through? Damn it! Why do I see people walking past like this? I think it's a dead end, is it? Yeah, it's a dead end. I'm pretty sure it's a dead end. Dead end all the way. Okay, see, this is how close I am to the MRT tracks. I'm literally like, you know, I'm like a short hard person. I'm only like 1.59 meter, but if you're a taller person, you can easily reach and touch the train tracks. So that's how low the train tracks are from here. And now I think already I need to walk through here instead. From what I can see, at least. Oh, but from here, if you actually, I might stick around here for a bit so that I can take a video of a train coming in, which should be quite soon, because it's quite regular that the train passes through here. Some major expressway construction that you can see over there. It's now being constructed along Lentor Avenue. Oh, train, nice. Okay, I got my video of the train. So anyway, I was saying like, oh, it's a, yeah, it wasn't like a dead end, it's just a U-turn, because that's the end of the part of Lower Seletar. And I see some kids there trying to go down to the rocky breakwater part to get a better fishing spot, which is dangerous. Very dangerous. Don't they have school? Today is Thursday, there's school, no? So please tell me I can walk through here, please. The only heartening thing is that I see someone just walking past me. That means someone has to come from wherever they are from. So anyway, Okay, now I'm tempted to wait for another train to pass so I can take a nice video from here. Should I wait? Why not, right? Okay, you guys bear with me, alright? Was watching this video. Yeah, I just want to capture the confluence of which is coming. I see a train coming. Yeah, I see the train coming. Okay. Anyway, you can see the kids fishing there. And there's actually a walking path below. How do I get down below? Or do I not get down below? Okay, I had this feeling that I should probably use this underpass looking area. On Google Map, I'm still quite on track. The train tracks are still here. Okay, I see signages for pedestrian paths in between all this construction of the expressway. So on my left is the train tracks, still above ground, which means when the train passes, we'll see it quite close. There you go, coming. Nice. One more. Again, check out the massive construction of a new expressway. So, a huge, man, construction. So along Lentor Avenue, right, I'll be cutting through an expressway, SLE. So I really hope I'm able to cut through it, because I had my experience at Punggol. Yeah, when I was walking the Punggol MRT tracks, I got like stopped by TPE, yeah, and I had to like make a huge detour. But so far, at this moment, it's still pedestrian walkway, albeit with construction boarding at the side because they're building this huge expressway. And of course, on my left is the train tracks, which you will intermittently see the trains passing by. Okay, on Google Map, right, it says, right, I'm halfway to KANG MRT Station, which means probably another 2.5 kilometers of walking. Yeah, of walking. And I really hope that there is a clear pedestrian path for me to walk. But yeah. Train coming in again. You won't be able to see the trains for a while because they are boarding. They have some boarding being put up here, and of course the plant growth is pretty too as well. Okay, I'm really praying, God, that there's a pedestrian path like this all the way to Yio Chu Kang MRT. A bicycle coming up, so I'm gonna make a bit of way for her. Her or him. I'll come. I hear a cyclist. I really hope I can walk to Yio Chu Kang MRT from here. Now we can see a bit of the open road. So what are they building? Huge ass expressway. Is a new expressway that they're building. So here the construction doesn't look very grand, but you know, at further back when I was walking through here, those parts were a bit more completed and it looked massive, man. I think I'm coming up to, yeah, I was right. I'm coming up to the junction of the expressway SLE. On the signage here it says Ang Mo Kio Avenue 6, keep right, but I'm not going to Ang Mo Kio Avenue 6. I just want to continue on Lentor. Please let me continue on Lentor. I see residential buildings all the way up front. So even if I'm being disrupted by a SLE train, so as I was saying, I see that definitely looks residential, probably private. doesn't look like it's an industrial building at all. So even if I'm like sort of disrupted by SLE, I could probably still find a way to get back on track to Yio Chu Kang MRT. After all, there's this Chinese saying, 路是人走出来的. Literally just means the path ahead is what you undertake. You know, you turn left, you are making the path towards left. You turn right, you are making the path towards right. I'm just talking nonsense here. So train tracks. So here the train tracks are like sort of like ground level, but I'm pretty sure like when it reaches like MO KIO that side, and it becomes elevated again. Because this path is so narrow, right? So I mean, when I'm a pedestrian and a cyclist, and it's good to actually stop and give way, because it's safer for them, it's safer for me as well, and it's just good pedestrian cyclist etiquette, you know. So it says no sign expressway. That's because it's the road, you know, not this pedestrian path here. So I got two cyclists coming in front of me, so I will also give way to them. And that is the entrance of SLE. It allows you to go to CPE or PPE train tracks. Okay, so if the bicycles, right, that pass me, right, can cycle all the way past me and still and I don't see them anymore, which means there is a path, a high chance there's a path for me to walk to Yio Chu Kang MRT. Thank you God. Thank you God. Okay, train tracks. I think I hear a train. Here you go. Here it comes. That road, so this goes SLE, that road, right? That road I'm guessing is still Lentor Avenue. I've never been happier to see pedestrian path like this. The heck? Train coming in. From far there, we have the satellite dish. Are these the ones that are decommissioned by the telecom companies, or is it still in active service? I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. this we are right underneath the SLE expressway, the viaduct. And bicycle in front and behind me. I'm going to avoid them. The uncle that's going past me, I had literally walked past him just now at the Seletar Reservoir portion. Yes. There you go. Uncle? Yeah.
你这个 camera 是做什么用的？
我是拍新加坡的那个 streets of Singapore， 因为我在做一个讲记录我们新加坡的所以我是走，所以今天我的计划是走从那个，我从 YISHUN MRT， 所以我走过 KATIB MRT 我那边KATIB MRT， 然后我现在从 KATIB MRT 走到 YISHUN MRT， 然后我今天我会我的 final destination 是 TOA PAYOH MRT， 所以我要记录这条路这样了。
这条路
我是像就感觉好像在做纪录片，因为你懂我们新加坡。我们的地方小，可是变化很快，
太多了
它的 building 很快就被拆掉，10年、20年就不见，还是5年。So 我的那个，因为我有一个 YouTube 频道，我就是要记录整个新加坡的路线咯。So that 以后5年后、10年后、20年后，人家还可以看到。
我们出门比较方便，
比较方便。
这一支费用多少钱？
这个我在网上买，差不多700多的。
700多。
对。
这个battery能够耐多久
？4-5个小时的。
4-5个小时。
还不错。
够你用了。
够我用了走了。好，谢谢你阿哥。Thank you， 拜拜。Ride safe， 来，你先走。On duty， you ride safe， 拜拜。So the uncle that I had actually bumped into near the KATIB area, right, where the Seletar Reservoir was, he just stopped dead in his tracks just to ask me what I'm doing, what is this camera, and I told him that I mean, of course, it's because I enjoy doing it, but it's also like a personal mission. Like I see Lentor Avenue, that signage says Lentor Avenue, guys. Yeah, of course that's SLE. SLE is it, sorry. And it's like a personal mission to try to document all the streets of Singapore, including the buildings, the architecture, the urban landscape around it. Mainly because like Singapore changes, the land features itself changes. Sometimes changes really quite fast. Maybe it changes between 5, 7, 10, 20 years. And I think I've said this multiple times on my YouTube channel that as long as YouTube is around, Google is around, which means my video would be around, and it will serve as a form of archival footage, and of course I think there's actually a backup plan where, because I still have all the raw footages, where you don't get it all look so nice for YouTube, without the starting and ending the boilerplates itself. And if there's a way that I can have at some point have the raw footages donated to the National Archives Singapore, assuming they want this sort of nonsense, and I'll be happy to donate it, because it is a archive of our Singapore landscape. Yeah. I think Uncle was probably cycling also towards Yio Chu Kang area, so I told him that I'm trying to walk to Yio Chu Kang MRT also, and he didn't say, "You are crazy, it's not possible," So yeah, I think I might be in luck. So just now I was saying that I saw a residential block, right? It's that one. It's definitely a private estate, and it's actually on the far right side of the road, man. I didn't know that. And I still have the MRT tracks on my left hand side. Okay, I have passed the SLE portion of it, which I was afraid that I couldn't walk past, and I could. So yeah, there's pedestrian walkway so far. When I reach Yio Chu Kang MRT, I'm gonna try to buy a drink. Here, of course, it feels like, you know, this major construction feels so desolate. But I actually enjoy walking and being able to see the trains, then walking through a private landed estate. So yeah. Oh, I can see. I can see, so from here, you can see the train tracks. So it was all just on ground level, right? I was walking, and now it has gone back up to the elevated tracks again. So next stop, Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. Okay, let me see Google Map. How far am I away from Yio Chu Kang MRT Station? Oh my gosh. I said oh my gosh because I think I started a chameleon. I am still quite far away from Yio Chu Kang MRT, but I feel assured that there's a path for me to walk to it. I'm confused. Am I able to? No, I can't walk from here. That's closed off. Okay, I need to walk here. So there's a lot of roadworks here, so I wasn't able to stick to Lentor Avenue. So but we'll see how it goes. I already see some like road signages that says Yio Chu Kang, like coming up. I see a signage that says Yio Chu Kang Crescent. We'll see. So anyway, when I reach civilization Yio Chu Kang, I'm gonna find a place where I can buy a drink, man. I don't care if it's a rip-off 7-Eleven or Cheers or petrol station. But there you can see that is still the MRT tracks going all the way down to YISHUN MRT Station. Oh, I didn't know there's a SBS bus depot here, but yeah. It's YISHUN Crescent. So those are the newer trains for sure. You can tell the difference. Oh yes, we're still on Lentor Avenue. So here, right, this road right, turns into YISHUN Crescent, which we're not going because we are trying to stick to Lentor Avenue to get to YISHUN MRT Station. So right about 1 hour and 25 minutes has passed on this video. And I still see signages for pedestrian walkway, so that's heartening to see. And of course, this is the MRT tracks. And there's like, I think one of the way station for the MRT. I mean, it's not a pedestrian station, it's just one of the power station or something, or like a pit stop station. Not a station where the train stops, you know. Maybe a power relay outpost. Oh, check it out! Train, so nice. You see a train coming on the tracks. Okay, this is my first bus stop that I've seen, and it's that kind of like. So this is the exact old school bus stop we had in the 80s, 90s. Orange color seats, you know, with that flimsy shelter. Okay, this bus stop Lentor Avenue B04. But nowadays they actually used it for all these temporary bus stops. You can see right on top you have the ring hooks, right, where they use the crane to like position the bus stops wherever they need it. So they have kept the old school bus stops now to be used for all this temporary usage. So yeah. To a certain extent, this feels almost like a park connector, though it's not, because I'm guessing everything is still temporary, where there's a lot of building that's ongoing along this road. Yeah, but it's allowing me to walk quite safely all the way down to YISHUN MRT Station. You can see how the train tracks meanders all the way down. Yio Chu Kang MRT Station is still not in sight, so I'm still getting still quite far away from it. But what is interesting is that it showed me that I can cycle all the way if I want to. So maybe in future, I would of course have to explore purchasing a DJI Action Pro 6. I think that's the latest one, and then hop on my bicycle and then do a bicycle ride around the island. It'll be quite interesting. Different point of view, maybe faster, maybe hands-free. Because right now I'm just holding on to the DJI Osmo Pocket, and I'm using the Pocket 3. So I was a cheapskate. I was waiting for the Pocket 3 price to drop right before they released Pocket 4. So yeah, so I actually did manage to get mine at 700-ish from Amazon. And coming up, bus stop, Lentor Avenue, B02. Yeah, I wonder how long will all these bus stops, temporary bus stop shelters, last before they discard it permanently. So right in front, you can see civilization. Yes. Whether is it HDB block lah, right in front the nearest one is obviously a private residential. But further out I can see HDBs as well, public housing. Oh, there's a lot of road diversion here, so I need to keep a lookout due to the roadworks to make sure that I stick to the tracks as closely as I can. I will have to go into... I'm actually finishing up Lentor Avenue already. I'll be going into MO KIO Avenue 6. There's like massive road diversions here. And I'm like thirsty like crazy. Please let me reach Yio Chu Kang MRT fast. I think I should cross over here to get to the tracks there. Okay, whichever happens faster, we'll see. I think I actually see Yio Chu Kang MRT. So what is going to be interesting for me walking past Yishun MRT is that I'll be passing. I should be able to see the front facade for Nanyang Polytechnic. Its permanent campus. So I had once studied for 2 years at Nanyang Poly before I dropped out, and I was one of those batches where I had the luck of like studying at its temporary campuses. So I had studied both at the Tiong Bahru and Bukit Merah campus for my first year, and then in my second year we shifted to the permanent integrated campus at Yio Chu Kang, and there I lasted for another year before I dropped out. So yeah, I never completed my polytechnic studies. How should I walk? I think I cross road, then I have to walk on the right. Yeah, on the right. So I'll be able to see, I should be able to see Nanyang Polytechnic campus. Why am I so confident about being able to see Nanyang Polytechnic campus? Because I remember Yio Chu Kang MRT is just almost right beside the Nanyang Polytechnic campus when I was studying there for a year. Okay, after Yio Chu Kang, you'll be simpler. You'll be MO KIO MRT, then BISHAN MRT, then BRADDELL MRT, and TOA PAYOH. Then I'm done. Yay! Fuck yeah! I can have a good lunch in TOA PAYOH. From the looks of it, it's probably going to take me another hour and a half before I reach TOA PAYOH. So this video, good chance, it might be a 3-hour long video, man. So anyway, MRT tracks are still there. Those blue color buildings, a good part of me tells me it's part of the Nanyang Polytechnic campus. It's meant to be like, if it is, so if it's not, please just leave it in your comments for those who know. But if it is, it's actually meant to be like the residences for the international lecturers that teaches there, and also international students. Of course, they have to pay lecturers. I mean, of course, the lecturers and students will pay a different rate, but they have to pay. So before Nanyang Poly moved to this okay, it's not, it's actually Nouveau Green Condo. I was wrong, it's actually the condo. But anyway, so you can correct me in your comments. I was wrong, it's the Nouveau Condo and Castle Green Condo. But before Nanyang Poly had its own permanent integrated campus, it had temporary campuses spread all across the island, and based on what studies it was focused in, it was based in a certain area. So there were campuses in Tiong Bahru, Bukit Merah, was it Jurong? Is there one in Jurong? I can't remember. Is there one in Tampines? I also can't remember. Because those were the engineering campus. And I think Outram one is for the nursing school. So mine was in Tiong Bahru and Bukit Merah. Okay, coming up to Yio Chu Kang MRT. Guys. Okay, but then there is definitely like some residential so-called blocks inside Nanyang Poly. Like I said, likely I think it really meant for the international lecturers and so some international students, I'm guessing. I can actually see Nanyang Polytechnic already on my left. I might, if Yio Chu Kang MRT is not like crazy busy, right, I'm actually like just pop into the station, and I'm pretty sure there's a 7-Eleven or a Cheers inside the ground level, and I'll grab a drink. Yeah, I see one of the signages. If you turn left, turn right, it's Ang Mo Kio Avenue 9. But further up, I see a signage that says Ang Mo Kio Avenue 6. So I am on Ang Mo Kio Avenue 6, and of course, the train tracks is still on my right hand side. I am going to stick to this side of the road so that I can walk past the MRT. Wait, this traffic is taking like huge long ass time. Oh, come on, traffic light, please. I only spent a year at Nanyang Polytechnic, so is that the clock tower word? I don't remember that being a clock tower, but yeah. Yeah, I don't care, man. I'm definitely getting a drink from Yio Chu Kang MRT area. Wait a minute. I can't cross there, guys. Am I able to cross over? Okay. I need to cross over to the other side. Ding dang, ding a ding dang. Thought I was gonna stick as close to the train tracks as possible, but I should. Yeah, my bad. I should cross over from here, and then I'll be able to reach Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. Let's go. This is MO KIO Avenue 6. So right off the bat, when I see people getting off the buses, I can see Nanyang Polytechnic students. Sadly, I cannot call myself alumni because I dropped out after 2 years. But I did see its transition from the separate campuses to its integrated campus. So this is bus stop Avenue, MO KIO Avenue 6, B12. Coming up to Yio Chu Kang MRT Station, guys, and I'll find a chance to find a 7-Eleven or a Cheers to buy a drink. So yeah, because I'm dying of thirst. Yio Chu Kang MRT Station, here you are. So I'm glad to announce that I have successfully managed to walk from KHATIB MRT Station to Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. And I also established that you can cycle from where I started YISHUN MRT, all the way to here. In fact, once you're here, you can cycle all the way down to TOA PAYOH, Orchard Road, if you want. So yes, there's a 7-Eleven, guys. I see a 7-Eleven. And when I reach inside station, when I go inside 7-Eleven, I'm gonna point the camera downwards so that the camera won't be in people's faces. Anyway, this is Yio Chu Kang MRT, exit C. Check it out, guys. Success. Success, success. So I'm gonna point the camera downwards now, alright? We're going to 7-Eleven to get a drink, alright, guys?
Someone so can do payment?
Wait, bro. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So this is Yio Chu Kang MRT. I got myself a Pocari sweat that tastes like human sweat. I'm probably going to see some Nanyang Polytechnic students. I've not walked this pathway for ages. So the last time that I alighted from Yio Chu Kang MRT Station just to get to Nanyang Poly, that will be in year 1998. Yeah, man, that's like fuck how long that is. Oh, 999, yes, 999. But still, it's damn long. Yeah. Damn long though. That now I'm walking this same path which is filled with Nanyang Polytechnic students finishing their classes. It's quite interesting. So we're gonna walk past the campus that's on my left hand side. The MRT tracks are still running on my left hand side as well. So this is the main entrance, or should be the main entrance for the Polytechnic. And when you go through this, this entrance, I won't say it's the main entrance, but this entrance, you go straight in, turn left. I think that's all the business campuses. I think. Then I think when you go in, turn right. That's where most of the engineering campuses are. I'm not surprised if these are the residences for the lecturers and the students, but yeah. Yeah, I still see a lot of Polytechnic students, which I was part of for a while. I think you see the I see the signage. I think that's the actual main entrance. Okay, so that's the side entrance. This is the actual main entrance. Oh yeah, so this is the main entrance. Oh, I don't remember tracks. The MRT tracks is right in front of the campus, man. The main entrance of the campus. I really don't remember that. But so the thing, like at the main entrance, I don't see this huge palm trees there. Are the palm trees still there? because like apparently when they built this new campus, they were very proud along the water fountain area that there was this two. It was lined with this imported palm trees or something like that. But I don't see there anymore. So anyway, we're walking past Nanyang Polytechnic and we're continuing down. So we passed Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. Now we're gonna walk all the way down to MO KIO MRT Station. I actually finished my entire Pocari Sweat and it wasn't enough. I can definitely do with another drink. Before I do that, I'm gonna throw this bottle away. So MRT tracks above me. Okay, once I reach MO KIO MRT Station, then okay, here is quite straightforward already. I just need to keep following the tracks, and it's a very nice walk. Over to BISHAN, then the BISHAN MRT tracks, it would dip down back to underground, and then from BISHAN is BRADDELL, right? So from there, right, because the train tracks are underground already, right, and you can't see them anymore, there's nothing for it to follow, so it's really like free and easy kind of like way of getting to the next station, which is BRADDELL MRT Station. So to a great extent, I am quite familiar with the whole area, so I'll be taking some shortcuts from BISHAN MRT to get to BRADDELL MRT Station. Hopefully those shortcuts are still existing, because I've not walked past there for ages or so. So nice MRT tracks. On the DJI Osmo it says 116 minutes, which means I'm very close to a 2-hour mark once it hits 120 minutes of this walk. Train passing by me. Okay, if I see a vending machine along the area, I might just get a drink again. If you happen to be watching the video at this juncture, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, 100% free. It will help me a lot if you subscribe to my channel. Okay. Okay, so you see, right, there's a zebra crossing there, and then zebra crossing is the traffic light, right? I'm not going to cross the zebra crossing first because I don't want to be roasting under the sun. Yeah. I'll wait for the light to turn green, and then I will cross the zebra crossing. Just across the road, bro. Oh, it's green light. It's taking a hell of a long time, man. Well, I should get ready. Let's go, guys. We're crossing. Cross the green light. Okay, I think it's safe to switch off my Google Maps because I said from here to BISHAN MRT. MO KIO MRT first, of course. MO KIO MRT, then the BISHAN MRT is quite a straightforward walk. So I never knew it, but then I only like sort of discovered after starting this YouTube channel about a year or ago that MO KIO HDB estate is actually also quite a hilly area. There's a lot of hills up and downs within the MO KIO estate. I've never stayed in MO KIO estate, but it's still to a certain extent it's familiar to me, or the name wise at least. Oh wait, I did stay in MO KIO for a year. Yeah, in my just since I was 19, 20 onwards, I've been moving from places to places. I never had a permanent home. So, but I had stayed at MO KIO for like a year or so when my parents separated, staying alone myself in a rented room. But I'm also sort of familiar with MO KIO because it's like MO KIO is the next estate that is nearest to like TOA PAYOH and BISHAN. And of course, when I was growing up, oh, there's an underpass here. Check this out, guys. It's still familiar. Like I know that my grandma from my mother's side, they had stayed in MO KIO estate for a while before they moved to the Balestier Jalan Raja area. And for me, MO KIO is familiar because it's like the secondary schools that is based in our cluster from TOA PAYOH, BISHAN, MO KIO. Like mine was in BISHAN. And we will know some of the schools within the whole area, especially in MO KIO, like Anderson Secondary School, Mayflower Secondary School. BISHAN will be like Kuo Presbyterian. Anyway, good chance I'm actually coming up to MO KIO MRT Station, I think. Am I? Yes, I can see a train. I am probably 100 meters away from MO KIO MRT Station. There's a new BTO that's being built right opposite the MRT station. So anyway, for BTO, when I apply soon, probably in 6 months time, when I get my HFE properly done up, I'll be applying for the balance of sales flat, the leftover flats. So who knows? I might get allocated one here. Okay, I think MO KIO is also considered a merchant estate. Yeah. It's really not a bad estate to be staying in. It's another version of Toa Payoh that I'm not familiar with, having stayed there for only a year, yeah. But if it comes to it that I'm assigned a balance of sale flat, this is Ang Mo Kio Avenue 8, guys. See the signage there? Then I'm assigned a balance of sale flat to Ang Mo Kio, then so be it. It'll be my permanent home neighborhood. And then which means I will take even more videos exploring the whole neighborhood. Deep inside, I think it's Ang Mo Kio. So if you go inside there, it should be Ang Mo Kio Central, I think. Some nice needed shelter for me. Okay, now I have to think, what am I going to eat in Toa Payoh, man? I need some like good feeling food. So okay, Ang Mo Kio MRT Station. I was wrong just now. I'm probably now about 100 meters away. Yeah, but there inside is Ang Mo Kio Central already, and you can see that the S11 Kopitiam. Wow, there's an echo here. How come? What the hell? There's an S11 Kopitiam there. It's been there for ages, man. So yeah, Ang Mo Kio is just not a very. It's not an estate that I come often, to be honest. But if asked to buy a permanent home here using the government housing grants and the BTO scheme, I would, because it's a permanent roof over my head. Ang Mo Kio MRT, this way, guys. People getting all more. I'm gonna let people walk first, but one last look at Ang Mo Kio Central that's deep inside there. I guess I should probably do also a video on Ang Mo Kio Central. I mean, I already done a video on the Toa Payoh Central, right? So at some point in time, I will do Ang Mo Kio Central. We are coming up to Ang Mo Kio MRT already. It's right opposite this huge condo that of course wasn't here when I was staying in this area. So to give you a better timeline, when I was staying here it was probably after National Service would be 2001, 2002, year 2000, 2002, sorry. Because when I was doing NS, so that's my, I think, last few months doing national service, I had actually gone through the timeline of September 11, which wasn't a fun thing, to be honest, when you are in national service. But so 2002, I'll be staying in this area. MO KIO bus terminal is there, which looks kind of slightly depressing. There's a lot of major roadworks here. I mean, when I was walking through here from YISHUN MRT, y'all can see the major roadworks here, right? So I don't know what they are building. More underground train stations. So this is MO KIO MRT Station. It hasn't changed much at all as well. This is okay. Let's see which exit is this. Alright, guys. This is MO KIO MRT Station, exit B at the front, where it faces MO KIO hub. So here you go. This is MO KIO MRT Station. There are really expensive drinks here, so I'm not going to buy from any of these vending machines. Wow, there's a pancake robot, guys. What's your pancake robot? I used to pronounce robot as robot. So it's someone's butt. And I was corrected. And sort of like laughed at. Why do you pronounce robot as robot? I don't know, Singaporean thing, right? We tend to mispronounce some things. Robot. I also used to mispronounce film as film. Yeah, that's quite a common thing in Singapore. Like you pronounce film as film. Okay, waiting across the road. Then we're still underneath the MRT tracks. Oh, the green light is taking. Okay, green light, guys. Let's go. Okay, from here on, right, it's going to be quite nice walking because you'll be walking straight underneath the tracks. I might have like walked past this portion before when I was doing like separate videos for MO KIO, and they made it into a very nice walkway for residences to use. You can also sort of like use it as a common area running track to and fro. So we are coming up to it. So I think like you are not allowed to. You're probably not allowed to ride. Oh wait, you are allowed to ride a bicycle on it. Sorry, because I can see. So you see the red color tracks further up, and on the left, of course, is your HDB buildings, and you see the red color tracks. Those are meant for the cyclists, the PMDs, and then pedestrians are supposed to try to walk along the non-red color tracks. And very nice HDBs. I'm mispronouncing words really. And you can see it keeps stretching down all the way. So because when you're underneath, like you can hear the trains above me now, right? And because this whole area is quite big, right? And you have like public housing right on the left hand side, on the right hand side. So they made this area like, you could have some exercise stations here, and you could easily use it as a running track, like to and fro. It's gonna kill you really. So yeah, you can see pull-up bars and newer exercise stations right ahead. Then the red color portions are meant for cyclists. And again, newer exercise stations here. Just wish that there was maybe some vending machines here, because people do use it as an exercise area. People do use it, there are benches here for people to chill out as well. So it'd be nice to have some vending machines. Previously, like I said, this is in Japan. You will have like businesses or even like small capsule residences underneath the tracks. I think they try to do it once in Singapore, trying like some buildings, businesses, but it didn't work out because obviously there's not enough traffic. Is this real or fake? Hey, it's real, guys. I think so. Yeah, it's real plants inside. So, is it real? No, it's yeah, it's fake. Oh, I got Snoop. I thought it was real plants, but it's fake plants. I thought it'd be nice to see real plants, right? Anyway, this whole walking path stretches for quite long. So I think it'd be nice to have at least one or two vending machines. Continues further up from there. So like I said earlier, MO KIO is really on the hilly side. Like you look at the HDB here on my left, right? It's literally built on this small elevation. You know, so yeah, it's quite interesting. Like I really never knew MO KIO was this hilly. See this is uphill all the way from there. Okay, as easy as this portion of the walk is now, right? I didn't expect this walk to be this far though. From YISHUN MRT to Toa Payoh MRT. As you can see, most of my walks are, the short walks are fine, you know, like those that last for like 30 odd, 40 odd minutes. Those are easy. But when I embark on this kind of like super long walks, it's slightly cray because it's like it's non-stop. I don't stop the video at all, and when I upload the video, it's also uploaded as a one-shot video. You will just hear me narrating since the start at YISHUN MRT, swearing a little bit along the way until I reach my destination. I wonder how it looks here at night. I should probably do a night one, right? No, I should do a midnight one. I should like plan for, you know what I should do? So now it's July, then sometime in August coming up. I don't know when's the date. I can check it out. You can also easily check it out. When is the Hungry Ghost Festival happening in Singapore? Hey chickens. And then I should do a Hungry Ghost Festival walk at night, after midnight, along this whole stretch of walkway, right? Yeah, it'd be quite creepy, right? Right. Hey, there's a hopscotch here. Nice. I think this is for someone to play a human-sized version of a chess, a dame. Then there's another hopscotch coming up. Check it out. You can play hopscotch here. Yeah man, now I come to think of it, when it comes to Hungry Ghost Festival this year, I should do some midnight walks. I'll probably be scared shitless, but then again, also like, I vaguely recall like when I watched that kind of old 80s, 90s Hong Kong movie, right? Like if you, like, whatever that's shown in the movie lah, you know, that if you want to on your camera, you can wrap like how they want to see for humans is to use pomelo leaves or cow's tears to rub your eyes or something like that. I think you're supposed to use pomelo vine or willow. I don't think it's willow vine, because willow, or it could be willow vine, to wrap around your camera, then it allows you to capture those spiritual things. Woohoo. I should try it. I mean, it's all mumbo jumbo inside those old Hong Kong movies, right? But then, what happens if it works? Oh, the YouTube video is going to be hot, and if I capture something supernatural, Wow, there's a nice kiddie version of learning your first highway code as a child and not speed and not bang on people. Yeah. See a train coming in. So once we finish up this like stretch right, of this nice walk here, then it'll be like BISHAN MRT, and then that's where there's a portion of it is like a bit sian, a bit depressing. It's just you will see a bit of the BISHAN MRT depot. So these are the MRT. So these are the exercise stations. You can see the auntie using the exercise station. Yeah. So that's what it's good for the older folks, even for younger folks. I think I'm reaching BISHAN soon. I'm already at MO KIO Avenue 1, turning into Boundary Road, which means I'll see BISHAN soon enough. So BISHAN MRT is inside Junction 8. I will skip past. Okay. I will show you where the general direction of BISHAN MRT is. Because just doesn't make sense to just to get to BISHAN MRT, I go inside the BISHAN neighborhood just to get to Junction 8, and then after that show you BISHAN MRT, which is underground. Then after that come all the way back up just to continue my way to BRADDELL MRT Station. BRADDELL MRT Station, at least you can see the station. Yeah, and so is TOA PAYOH. But BISHAN, you really have to go right where Junction 8 is. I am there. I can see the BISHAN MRT depot already. Oh, green light. I'm gonna run for it. I'm gonna rush for it. Not run, rush for it. Oh fuck, why is it so short? So anyway, the train tracks are still above me on the left hand side. Then we're now entering BISHAN Road. This is the junction where MO KIO Avenue 1 is, and then BISHAN Road is. So just like I said, that there's a part towards BISHAN MRT is a bit sian, right? There lor, is where the BISHAN MRT depot is. It's like this stretch of small stretch of road that you are not going to see anything. And I'm not going to point my camera into the BISHAN MRT depot because yeah lah, it's just security concerns lah. Rather, I'm going to point it to the park there. You see a park? I think that should be part of BISHAN Park, BISHAN MO KIO Park. Yeah, I think so. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, just leave your comments and correct me. So again, just one shot, the MRT tracks, and then after that, that's it. I'm going to switch to the right so that I won't take the BISHAN MRT depot. What is that? So even though I'm not going to go to where BISHAN MRT is, I'm going to go to a portion of the tracks where, because currently the tracks are still all above ground, right, as you can see right on my left, and BISHAN MRT is underground. So there'll be a particular point where the tracks disappears underground, and I think there's a portion of it where I can take a video. Yeah. And then when it goes underground, it literally reaches YISHUN MRT Station already. Anyway, another bus stop coming up. BISHAN Road, B08. I do have a separate video of BISHAN Road that you can check it out. So later from BISHAN, right, I hope to cut through the industrial estate where SPH is, Singapore Press Holdings is, to get a shortcut to BRADDELL MRT Station. So that's why I'm trying to go to. BISHAN Road. So over here, there's no, we're already outside the BISHAN MRT depot, so there's no security concern, so I can turn my camera to the left side. So you can see the MRT tracks. They even have one tracks that lead to the depot. Bus stop coming up. You can see the tracks are already like leading downwards. So for a while, the tracks will be on like ground level, very similar to when I was walking from KHATIB to Yio Chu Kang, where there was a good portion where the tracks were just ground level before it dips underground. And this is B06 BISHAN Road bus stop. You can hear a train. And of course they boarded it up so you can't see the train anymore. But this is the track itself. And it's just turning ground level so you can see. And up to a certain portion it will just dip underground. Those are very nice HDB flats that were built in the BISHAN early 1990s. Yeah, early 1990s I think. BISHAN is considered that's street 23. So BISHAN is considered one of the more expensive HDB estates in Singapore after Toa Payoh. And actually opposite me, the low rise that you see, right, those are HDB mansionettes. There's two levels, one and second story. And back then, BISHAN came up around the same time as like Pasir Ris, and of course we know how far Pasir Ris is, right? But at that point in time, nobody liked. Or back then it was like this, where nobody was very interested in BISHAN, because BISHAN is actually built upon graveyard. Yeah, apparently there was a huge graveyard area. Some told me that my secondary school, KANG secondary school, was built on top of a Samsui woman graveyard. I don't know how true is that. Could be an urban legend, but of course, when they're building the train tracks between BISHAN lah, Toa Payoh, BRADDELL, Novena Newton, there was a lot of like strange ghostly hauntings, of course. So people didn't really want to buy this whole BISHAN area. A lot of people chose Pasir Ris, even though it was a long ass far away. Prime example of that was my uncle. He was starting a family and he had a chance to buy between BISHAN and Pasir Ris, even though BISHAN is considered central, because BISHAN is within the cluster of MO KIO and Toa Payoh, right? It's perfect central, considered central. So anyway, before I continue the story, this will be where the MRT track dips into the station. So yeah. Okay. Zebra crossing. Anyway, that's what my uncle did. He ended up buying a place in Pasir Ris. And the irony is that they bought a HDB mansionette in Pasir Ris. I can't remember Pasir Ris where, and this was when Pasir Ris was just being developed. So there's still a lot of forest around that whole area, right? And I think fast forward 8-9 years down the road, they decided to upgrade. They sold the Pasir Ris flat, HDB flat, and then they bought a condo within the BISHAN area. Yeah, I'm like, okay. So yeah. Sometimes humans, yeah, we are scared of too many things. We are scared of cemeteries. Bidadari is a good example. I mean, when it was being portioned out to be a BTO, people were saying, they are going to exhume the cemeteries and then they are going to be staying on top of former cemeteries, but like, now Bidadari is like expensive, yeah. Oh, let's go. This whole fence up area that you see is actually part of the where the MRT tracks dips down to the BISHAN MRT Station. So from here on, this will be the start where the MRT train goes underground, starting from BISHAN, BRADDELL, TOA PAYOH, Novena, Newton, Orchard, Somerset, Dhoby Ghaut, City Hall, Raffles Place. Okay, that's all I can remember. Tanjong Pagar, Outram, Tiong Bahru. Okay, that's all I can remember. Yeah. Junction is on my left. You can see the train tracks from here. You know what, guys? Just now I was like, so I bought a Pocari Sweat at 7-Eleven, right? At Yio Chu Kang MRT Station. It was cheap. It was $1.10 only. Wow. Yeah, it's cheap, man. I was expecting it to be like $2 or $2.20 or something like that. It's $1.10. I just saw the DBS alert that I got from it. Now is lunchtime, is 12:11 already, so we're gonna see people coming out for their lunches. You can see the signage there, it says to MRT and Junction 8. Anyway, I'm not going to go inside the station, right? I just want to show you where. So this is Junction 8, and Junction 8 is really part of BISHAN MRT. So you can see here, this is BISHAN MRT, Exit B is part of North-South Line 17 and Circle Line 15. So that's it, BISHAN MRT. So next one, BRADDELL MRT. My last second one, and then followed by TOA PAYOH MRT. I think my battery will be able to last that long. I think. So this is part of MRT tracks which you can. I'm not sure is there a train turning in. Not sure. Am I capturing it? Anyway, there are quite a number of schools in the BISHAN area, and of course the most famous one is Raffles. So Raffles School is here, but I just want to say that the most famous school in BISHAN. Okay, I'm just going to stand here a bit to see whether I can capture any train going in and out. Most famous school in BISHAN should be Guangyang Secondary School. Why? Because it's my secondary school. It was my secondary school. You know, it was notorious in its heyday. Okay, why am I stopping here? Because I'm just hoping to capture a train. Train going in and out of the station. Oh, there's actually a train going out already. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay. So, okay. Let's go. Continue. That was the station. Anyway, still walking along the tracks right beside it. As I said, I'm going to try to get a shortcut to let me reply to a message here. Okay, hang on. Take. Okay, yeah, I can hear a train leaving. Can we catch that? Okay, I guess we're done with BISHAN MRT. Okay, there is a shortcut to BRADDELL MRT Station. I just need to walk straight. I need to cut across this whole industrial estate. And then I'll be minutes away from BRADDELL. Oh, the weather is really killing me, man. So there are a lot of so where the area I'm cutting through is the industrial area. So there are quite a number of office workers. So some of them will be brave enough to brave the intense sun just to walk to Junction 8 for their lunch. It was me. It will be impossible. Oh, but the sun is roasting me alive, yeah. Fuck. Let's go. Green light. Okay, I really hope that I'm able to cut through the industrial estate. So it will save me some walking time to get to BRADDELL MRT Station. Along the way there's no vending machine, so so my secondary school was KANG Secondary School, right? It's inside BISHAN Street 12. I was there from 1991 to 1995. I wasn't the first batch of the school. I was probably the second or third batch, but it was still the early days of the school, and the school was notorious for harboring rejects. Yes, that's the best. That's the only one way to describe it. So because it was a very new school, right, it needed to boost its intake of students, right? So what happened was that you had like rejects from neighborhoods surrounding neighborhood schools. Classic example is like my elder brother. He went to Paytao Secondary School, and of course he was older than me. And what happened was that some of his peers or his juniors were notorious students themselves. Were sort of like they were going to repeat their studies, like maybe like Sec 3, Sec 4, Sec 5, and then because they were troublemaker students, and of course back then school policy was a bit different, with good valid reason, because some of them were just really big troublemakers. And when they expelled, then they'd find a new school, or they were asked to transfer to another school, right? And my secondary school, KANG Secondary School, right, was sort of like this sponge in a bid to increase its intake for students, right? It accepted all these notorious students, and so the first principal for the school was Mr. Leong. I think he drives a Volvo to school. And he was notorious, man. The discipline record for the secondary school was notorious. And by the time I went in, I still had some upper secondary seniors who were my brother's juniors or peers. And of course they recognized me as the younger brother, right? So it's like, yeah, my secondary school, KANG Secondary School back then was, for discipline problem, it was notorious. And no better way to describe it. We'll obviously no better word, bully. Yeah, I mean, obviously we were surrounded by good schools. Back then Catholic High was borrowing our school premises, which is now I'm not too sure, but eventually became KANG Primary School. And they were using that particular school as their temporary campus before they had their own. The Catholic High even used our KANG Secondary School science lab, technical labs, for their science and technical lessons. So sometimes we actually have Cat High students using our facilities, and obviously Cat High is a good school. Then you are good students from much more elite backgrounds, from much more rich family backgrounds, have to use the premises of a batch of notorious students. It was just a bad mix, man. I mean, we probably also had a chip on our shoulder, for having come from low-income families. Like, I mean, in my class, most of us were from low-income families, single-income families, huge families. We stayed in, all of us stayed in public housing. 99% stayed in public housing. Of course, there were some richer, well-to-do students for sure, but majority of us are just similar in background. I grew up in rental flats, one-room flats, two-room flats, and most of my classmates were also. So we're influenced by very different things. Imagine if you were a student from Raffles or from Cat High, you come from a more well-to-do background. The things you're exposed to is definitely very different from the things that I was exposed to. Anyway, okay, I see the industrial part of the BRADDELL Road. Whether I can cut through it, that's another question. So we're gonna walk past this whole flatted factory. They call it flatted factory, and all flatted factories will have canteens, food cafeterias, which should be jam-packed now for this lunch hour. So, but I'm gonna see is there any chance for me to buy a drink, of course. And of course, through the years, it has undergone a lot of renovation changes, but the flatted factory is still there, as I can see. And what is interesting is that because so Guangyang Secondary School is in that direction, right? It's just that now it's a huge, sprawling campus of good students, of very, very good students, studious students. And but what happened is that back then, like some of us just didn't want to go home so fast, right? So we will just walk home, because from here you cut through this industrial estate, you will be inside BRADDELL TOA PAYOH area already. And inside Flatted Factory, before it undergone all that renovation, it still had its food cafeteria and stuff, right? And wow, they cross like this. I also want to cross like this, bro. Damn it. Let's cross. Don't care. Punde. And I remember after school, because all of us is morning sessions, so we'll finish school by 12ish, 1 p.m. Then we'll head into the Flatted Factory where the cafeteria is. There was an uncle that did char kway teow. It wasn't, I don't remember it being fantastic, but it was char kway teow nonetheless. You know, very different from your canteen food, right? Then we'll go there and grab lunch. But anyway, I have ascertained that I can cut through here, and instead of cafeteria, I see kopitiam. I will get a drink. Guess what I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get calamansi, suan gan, if they have. But first, I need to cross this road first. It's gonna be packed. All the office workers, I think I see all these office workers. Let's cross. Okay.
喝什么？再去大阪的话。
Hey guys, there's a kopitiam up front. So this is the flatted factory that I was talking about. Let's see here.
差不多，你这个 age 还不是最贵的，你越老越贵。已经贵了，越老越贵。开始就要加更大，会加起来。哇，已经到了55了，哇，那加力更大。它每一个一个5年了，当然离开只是在过配，那个整个 view 还是一样的。连气候，如果你这个气候，它会带点低语的，如果你用。哦，也当贵的，它没有带点低语。没有意思。这个是你自己看到一些人说的，就可以用自己去。
Okay. Lunchtime people having their lunches. I'm gonna find a drink stall, guys.
When I was younger, yeah. 哦，真的是很旧的。
Okay, this kopitiam is packed with lunchtime crowd, so I'll skip. I know of more kopitiams further down, so no problem. Okay, I'm still not done with this walk. I still need to get to BRADDELL MRT Station. There is shitloads of kopitiams around the area, so not too worried of where I can get a drink. I know there's one further up. There's a lot of like office workers. So this is the shortcut I'm talking about to just get me to BRADDELL MRT Station. Okay, obviously not talking as much because I'm like, it's not heat stroke, but I'm really like, it's a super long walk, man. Let's bring a surprise on office workers. Okay, before I get the drink, right, I'm already near BRADDELL MRT Station. Okay, really depends on which exit I want to go to. Tell you what, I'll go both. Let's make it worth it, right? I'll go get a drink at probably nearest one here will be 7-Eleven, I think. And then from there I'll cut through BRADDELL MRT Station underpass from one exit to another exit, because anyway I need to go across the road. You can see that is BRADDELL MRT exit C. I need to go across there just to be able to walk all the way straight down to Toa Payoh MRT. But I want to get a drink first. Sorry, brother. How much? Can you use PayWave or PayNow or PayNow? Okay, can. Hang on, I need to log in first. Okay, scan where? Don't have. PayWave or scan QR code?
Scan QR code.
Don't have, the QR code don't have. Don't have. No problem. Okay, why is stuck like this? Hang on, I try again. Okay, brother, done. Thank you. Okay, this Pocari Sweat is actually more expensive than the one I got from the Yio Chu Kang MRT 7-Eleven. It's $1.30. Okay, I'm not talking much because I'm just busy drinking. So this is BRADDELL MRT Station, exit A. We are going opposite to exit C. So BRADDELL MRT Station is actually one of the smaller MRT stations in Singapore. It's really like a way station between BISHAN to Toa Payoh, and distance is very short. From BRADDELL MRT Station to Toa Payoh MRT Station is not more than slow walk, 15 minutes walk. Yeah, I think our bus stops like what, 2-3 bus stops away. It's just really short. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven in here also. I didn't know that, bro. Where should I exit? Let me think. Here, if I don't remember wrongly. So yeah. So this is BRADDELL MRT. It's part of the north-south line, the red color line. And familiar with this area also because I had stayed in this area for probably about 2 years, was it? I can't remember. So this particular escalator down, right, is new. It used to be just an escalator up, and then you have the staircase that is for you to go down or up. They didn't have an escalator for going down, so they just literally just upgraded it. Makes it a bit more convenient for the older folks. I mean, every MRT station of course have a lift, but the lift sometimes is not as direct as where the escalator sort of like exits out to the entrance or exit. So this is BRADDELL MRT, exit C. We were literally just opposite there just now. We were walking down, and then we were just opposite where that BRADDELL MRT and where we went to the mama shop to buy a drink somewhere there. Yeah. So now gonna walk all the way down to TOA PAYOH MRT, which is just all the way straight now. Finished my drink again, man. Oh shit, bro. Dying. Okay, I disposed it properly already. Also, I've noticed there are more expatriates. Why am I sneezing? There are more expatriates staying in Toa Payoh now. Yeah, way before. Okay, for subscribers that have been following me on my videos, you will see quite a lot of Toa Payoh videos, mostly because I grew up in this area. I had in fact stayed in that block for like close to 2 years. When my parents separated, I followed my dad, and we rented like a room there in one of those units there, and I stayed there for 2 years before my dad passed on. And yeah, so I'm just overall very familiar with this whole area. We'll be also walking past my primary school, now defunct. Now the building is used for other purposes, and I've done a lot of walks within this area, and you can see my video streams. So this is Long To Toa Payoh B05 bus stop. And this is block 99A, Long To Toa Payoh. So Keng Cheng Primary School is still around. My primary school is of course defunct. It's called Heng Ya Ki Wong Primary School. And you will hear me talk about it in some of my Toa Payoh related videos. But yeah. So it's quite crazy how long this video is, man. I'm now at 3 hours and 13 minutes. My battery life is only 12%. Well, I better get a hurry on to reach Toa Payoh MRT Station before the battery totally dies. I have my power bank, but I'm gonna try to go all the way with this, man. So 3 hours and 10 minutes. Wow, I'm even a bit shocked myself, because Oh, that's how long I walked. Okay, let's see how many steps I had. Green light, give me green light. 22,000 steps, guys. I walked 22,000 steps. Oh. Come on. I have 11% of my battery. I mean, I can plug in my power bank now, but I will not. I'm going to try to let it go all the way. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Why is there an ant on my DJI Osmo? Okay, maybe walk a little bit faster. No more detours if I'm not going to use the power bank. So Toa Payoh MRT is all the way straight down. So 10%. Well, I'm really like taking this to the limit, and I have a power bank. Let's see if I can finish this walk on just the battery lifespan of both the battery handle and the inbuilt battery for the DJI Osmo. Video length is 196 minutes, so that would be 3 hours and 60 minutes so far for this walk. How fast can I walk to Toa Payoh MRT? Bearing there is one more traffic light. Traffic light can be quite long sometimes. Okay, coming up to my defunct primary school. Now is the Singapore Federation of Chinese Clan Associations building. But that lower building that you see there, this is the Toa Payoh Lorong 2 of course. That lower building that you see there, that is the assembly hall. So yeah, I'll be at the indoor assembly hall. We used to do silent reading in the assembly hall as well. Okay, battery life is 9%. Okay, I'm at 8% battery life. Please don't suddenly just die on me. So anyway, just in case if suddenly the battery would just cut off for me, because now it says 8%, right? And I've not used the DJI Osmo up to this extent. I've used it close to 10%, but never to under 10%. And if it suddenly cuts off from me, I'm supposed to walk from YISHUN MRT all the way down to Toa Payoh MRT, and I'm now on my way to the last stop, Toa Payoh MRT. So from YISHUN MRT, the KATIB MRT was Yio Chu Kang MRT, which was the longest one, because KATIB to Yio Chu Kang is the longest gap in between for any train stations in Singapore. And from Yio Chu Kang it was to MO KIO, and MO KIO to BISHAN, then BISHAN to BRADDELL, and now BRADDELL to Toa Payoh. So even though like there's only like less than 10 stops, but the distance is great, man. I didn't expect like this video to go all the way to what now is 199 minutes, so 200 minutes. 200 minutes will be like what, 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's probably Easily my top 2, top 3 longest video that I've done so far. Okay, battery life is 7%. I'm walking really fast. I'm reaching Toa Payoh Central. So there's one more traffic light up front, which I'm gonna miss. So I'm gonna slow down a bit because I know that by the time I reach it, I'll still be waiting. And once I cross that, I'll be very near Toa Payoh MRT already. So like I said just now, there seems to be a lot more expatriates staying in Toa Payoh. So there's one more here. Why? Because Toa Payoh is a great estate. Everything is central. Yes, everything. It's a self-contained satellite town. I'm biased because I also love Toa Payoh, so yeah. Anyway, waiting for a traffic light to cross over. 6%. Heck, I'm like less than 60, 70, 80 meters from the train station. So yeah. Okay, let's cross. I see an expatriate crossing from opposite. So yeah, that confirms my theory. Oh fuck, 4%. Okay, I'm like 4% of the battery. Okay, I'm literally very near the train station exit. Damn it! Okay, please don't die on me. Please. 4% battery. Almost there. Let me take a shot of the MRT exit. Okay, I see the small little tower that says Toa Payoh MRT. Check it out. Toa Payoh MRT. I'm reaching Toa Payoh MRT exit C. Yes, guys. So I started to walk from YISHUN, KATIB, Yio Chu Kang, MO KIO, BISHAN, BRADDELL, then Toa Payoh. So we have reached Toa Payoh MRT exit C. So thank you. Hello. Yeah, now my battery power is 3%, so I'll end the video here now. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.